First step we need to do is pop this cover up. Also, it wouldn't be a bad idea to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Next, we have access to this air box, and there's 3 8mm bolts. So we're going to take those off, pop out the air box filter, and then disconnect it from here. This is just loose, and then we'll be able to take that off. And then we'll go to these bolts, which are, I believe, 10mm, 1, 2, third one in the back, and then we'll be able to lift this off. We'll also have to loosen this clamp right here. This one just pops off, but this clamp will have to get loosened. That way the throttle body hose can kind of be pulled off. Alright, once everything is loose, you can kind of pull this back, and you can take the air box out. And then let me cut and take it out. Once the air box is out, the air filter is out, you can lift this part up and just pull it off. It's just held on by pressure. Once all that's off and these nuts are all loose, and this is loose, you can kind of lift this up and pull this up and out so it kind of sticks here, and you just got to pull up a little bit because of that bolt. There we go. Take the throttle body out. I would loosen up this bolt and take this hose off. Once this hose is off, we can get to these bolts. This bolt right here, there's 4 of them. This is a E10, and there's one right there, one right there, and then there's 2 right below there. As you can see, 1, 2. So taking those bolts off, we'll be able to pull the throttle body off, but don't pull it too much because there's a connector underneath that we have to disconnect, but it's easier to get to once all the bolts are off and the throttle body is off the intake. Alright, so once the bolts are loose, on the bottom here you can see is the wire. So I would just pull the wire out of the clip. Be careful because this insulation is very, very brittle. And then you can press on this on up top, just press, and you can kind of pull, but I would use 2 hands, one hand pulling here, one hand pressing, and then pull it out. That's it, our throttle body. Make sure you push like this on both sides, and we'll see how our return spring is. Returns pretty good. You want to, if you're reusing this, just cleaning it, you just want to clean off the surface and make sure you replace that green gasket that goes around. If you're getting a new one, this surface will be clean, but you still want to replace that green gasket. And then putting everything back is just the reverse of how we did everything.